This is the Mitsubishi Expander Cross, and this one is the Mitsubishi Expander GLS. Why are there two types of Expanders? Let's find out. Well, I first encountered the Expander in October 2017 when I took it for a short spin at Mitsubishi's 2-kilometer test track in Japan. A few months after the model's official unveiling at the Gaikindo Indonesia International Auto Show. By November of that year, the queue for Expander buyers in Indonesia alone ran for over 25,000 units. Because of its family-friendly design, it was easy for buyers to go for the Expander. The comfortable cabin space was enhanced by versatile seating configurations. Mitsubishi marketed the Expander as its gold, next-generation MPV that will expand your lifestyle. End of quote. And it did so by combining the utility of a multi-purpose vehicle with the toughness and dynamism of a sport utility vehicle. Driving it in 2017, I felt the sturdiness and stability of the Expander MPV due to its fine-tuned suspension, among others. The wide tire tread and long wheelbase and tough and rigid body. In noise, vibration, and harshness tests, the Expander also ran smoother and quieter than its MPV competitors. Now, nearly 7 years after my drive in Japan, has the Expander lived up to its promise for actual long-term owners here in the Philippines? Well, since 2017, I haven't driven another Expander Cross in the GLS until now. And so, here I am on my first ever drive, the Expander Cross and the Expander GLS models here in the Philippines. From its previous generation, the newest Expander Cross features cosmetic changes in its bumper, lights, and some feature upgrades, but it retains powertrain of the previous iteration. The Cross comes across, pardon the pun, as more of an SUV, the grille being very similar to that of the Triton GLS gloss black variant. The dynamic shield design philosophy, which we see on the fascia, adds to its SUV look. The GLS, on the other hand, has somewhat cleaner lines and leans more towards the passenger car already, while the Cross in its body cladding leans more towards an SUV look. The seat upholstery of the GLS is fabric, while the Cross is synthetic leather. The heat guard technology in the Cross is meant to dissipate heat from the leather surface. My best fuel consumption run was 25 kilometers to a liter for the Cross. Among the changes in the newest editions of the Cross and GLS are the headlights, both of which are now T-shaped projector LEDs. Also, both the Cross and GLS are now equipped with electronic parking brake with auto brake hold. I normally frown at knobs used at the seat height adjustments, but in this case, for the GLS, adjusting the knob wasn't as cumbersome as I expected. The dashboard design for both the Cross and GLS has been revised, making it look wider. This is the first time Mitsubishi Motors Philippines is offering a two-tone color with a Cross variant. Like the Montero Sport, the Cross features a 7-inch digital instrument cluster. Now, it really doesn't strictly follow that just because the GLS is designed more as an MPV, a family-oriented buyer would automatically go for that variant. Or conversely, an active outdoors type individual who's still single would go for the SUV-looking Cross. MMPC product planning specialist Alan Cruz said that price becomes the biggest factor here. The difference in price between the Cross and the GLS runs at 130,000, which is quite substantial if you also factoring in your amortizations, fuel costs, other household expenses. The Cross retails for 1.328 million pesos, while the GLS goes for 1.198 million. So you don't have to take my word for it. Take it from those who actually paid good, hard-earned money to drive their own Mitsubishi Expander Cross and GLS. Watch this.
Actually, sa una po, ang first choice ko nang dahil sa practicality is Ertiga. Then, nung lumabas yung 2020 Expander, so doon ako nahatak dun sa itsura. Mas medyo SUV-like. Then at the same time, yung practicality na naka-MPV ka, power niya is adequate for family purpose, daily purpose, or daily driving. Yung mga constant, for example, is yung sa safety. 2 airbags lang siya. Pag nilaban siya sa mga kapwa na MPV, lugi siya. For example, is sa mga Honda, sa Stargazer, which is inano ng mga reviewers as the top MPV ngayon. Pero nevertheless, ang naging pinaka-ano dito is yung siya lang yung may gantong itsura na medyo macho.
Nung pandemic kasi, kailangan ng private car. Alangan naman magpa-public, kami, transpo kami. Diba, may mga swap-swap pa. Hindi kaya ng parent ko. Sabi ko, it's about time. As a financial educator, kailangan mo yung sasakyan na ayon doon sa lifestyle mo, na ayon doon sa mga ginagawa mo, mga errands mo. And at the same time, andoon yung passion mo to travel, and at the same time, madadala mo yung pamilya mo, parang kusina mo sa bahay na. Si Expander kasi, andun sa kanya lahat, yung internal features niya, no, sa loob, yung capacity na madadala niyang pasahero, 7, and then kung sasabihin mo yung nanay at anak ko lang nasa likod, pwedeng maging kusina yung likod. Nagdadala ako ng queen size na bed nung parang ilatag mo lang, kasi pagka, like, pumunta kami ng Tagaytay, may mimit ako na client sa certain restaurant, iwan ko sila sa likod, natutulog. So si Expander talaga, kaya binigyan ko siya ng pangalan na Tiger, kasi anak ko rin nagbigay nito kasi color orange. Kasama ko talaga siya all throughout. Kung ano yung gusto ko habang nagdadrive ako, parang kailangan tansya ko yung speed na mag-overtake ako, nagagawa niya. Bira kasi sa sasakyan as one kayo, yung parang gusto mo siyang isang ikot lang, nagagawa niya in that span of time lang, distance and all. Sabi ko as one kami nito.
Nahalata ko na parang medyo spacious po siya. So, fit for a 7 members na family. Naka-experience na kaming nag-drive po sa papuntang Tagaytay. Full capacity po siya. 7-seater na maxip na utilized. Then may mga gamit din po sa likod. Walang naging problems naman po sa performance niya. Sa experience ko po, sobrang daling i-drive nito Expander dahil sa handling niya. Soft ng steering, responsive siya na madali lang i-cabin. Meron siyang blind spot kasi di ba may sa 8 wheelers na takpan itong side na. Dito meron siyang kaya medyo comfortable siya na sobrang liit lang ng blind spot na medyo tumaas yung ground clearance tumaas po. Yung legacy niya. Yun yung binibili mo dun.
Yung sa ibang mga SUV, yung likod, pag gagawin mong seat yung compartment sa likod, yung paa, yung sa floor na, yung taas masyado. So, kung mayroon kang senior na dala, mahirap sa kanya yun. For me, Expander, doon siya sa fuel efficiency, makapamilya. Gusto ko talagang mag-travel, pero ayoko yung ako lang. So, I bring my family with me. Nakapunta kami Tagaytay, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, di ba? Up to the highest point ng Philippines. Nakarating si Expander. Sa Expander Cross, ang tingin ko improvement na kailangan niya yung reach mo ng speed na 20 km. Dapat na auto lock siya. Ito. Okay. So hindi kasi wala siyang features na ganyan eh. Tapos pag magbabaking ka, may beeping sound siya dapat na nagbabaking ka. Pero para sa akin, add-ons yun. So yun yung dapat na meron si Expander.